Okay, so today we talk about the Fujifilm x100v, potentially the most hyped or overhyped to some people camera that I've seen in the last year or two. Now, today's video is not an in-depth review. If you're coming here to get a justification for spending the money on this thing, I'm not your guy, pal. I just wanted to sit down today and share why I got this camera, how I got this, because it seems like it's almost impossible anymore, and why I also think other people are getting this camera too. First off, why did nobody fucking tell me that the video footage on this thing is so goddamn good? I mean, I get the whole small form Leica competitive point and shoot film emulating camera, gives that rustic look. At the end of the day, that's why everybody wants this. There's nothing really too special that this does over some of my other cameras other than it looks aesthetically pleasing. It's got that vintage feel. It kind of challenges us as creators. I could use the excuse that the film look comes directly out of the camera, and that's why I just had to have this over something else. But let's just be real. I could have taken a photo on my iPhone 14 Pro Max, transferred it over to the computer and add a preset in no time that 99.9% of people won't tell the fucking difference from. But in all seriousness, I'm not trying to dog on this thing. It's actually crazy. It's super convenient. I've explained why I wanted to start getting cameras like this, and it just simply comes from a place where I can afford to. I'm into the hobby and I'm fucking bored. I want the challenge. I want something that's a smaller form. I want something that isn't just going to automatically do everything for me. I love experiencing the new things. And then on top of that, I just wanted to pimp it out in this cool like retro look with the wood grain shutter, the hot shoe mount, and the leather strap. So I've been looking for this camera for a while now. I went into my local camera shop one day to get a arm to attach to my tripod for the microphone, and they just had one used sitting there. No batteries, no box, no accessories, just the camera, the cap, by itself. It didn't even have the hot shoe clip or a shutter button. It was just completely by me. Truth be told, I really feel like the camera was stolen and sold to a camera shop, and I just so happened to stumble across. I don't know how that works. I have really bad self-conscious about that. Like, why would such a rare camera just be sitting in a camera shop alone without no accessory? You think somebody that has this camera would know the culture and would know to keep everything with it because the new person would want it. Surprisingly, it didn't work out that way because I didn't really care to have everything. I just wanted the camera. Because I mean, I literally walked in, I went in for something else, I seen it there, and I just had to have it. I was actually there with my wife and a friend of mine, and they were so confused as to why I was flipping out over what appears to be just some cheap point and shoot camera. And lo and behold, there it was, an x100v. Popped in a battery, barely had any shutter life on there. I really hope this thing isn't fucking stolen. Anyways, I've had the opportunity to use it for a couple weeks now. I will say, it's exciting learning something new. I can't really give all the power to the camera. That's why I want some more time with it. I mean, at the end of the day, as creatives, I feel like part of the journey in and itself is like learning the new things. I think that's what makes all of this so addictive. The first time you learn what ISO or an f-stop or shutter speed is to get a better film look. First time you understand how to apply your own colors to things and switch stuff up. I argue that that process in itself is something that we as creatives chase, the constant state of learning something new. So I really question if in 2024, a reason why so many of us creatives are addicted almost to the sense of reaching out for these old retro point and shoot camera systems or these high-end point and shoot camera systems. Is it because that product in itself actually does something better than the camera gear that we currently have? Or is it just a reach for us to chase something new? I can't speak on behalf of everybody. I'm gonna keep it a buck on my side. I think I'm just reaching for some new experiences. And rightfully so. Like, who fucking cares, man? You got one life to live. I'm not here to criticize that idea, obviously. Like, why is my dad rebuilding a 1944 coupe when he has a brand new Ram 2022 pickup truck in the driveway? It's because he grew up in the world of automotive. He rebuilt cars for years. It's a passion of his. It's a project. That old car is not going to be any more efficient. It's not going to be able to get him from point A to point B any better. But that journey, it's what keeps him alive, man. It's what he shoots for now that he's retired. Like, every day he looks forward to going out and working on that thing. And I think as creatives, we're chasing a lot of this retroness. We're chasing a lot of this, you know, dissecting of our craft to learn new shit. Because why the fuck not? Because it's our hobby at the end of the day. Because it's what we love to do. I put out a couple videos on the Fuji x100v and the Ricoh that I've been trying out. And I get so many comments of people like, dude, you could just buy this for a fraction of the cost, yada, yada, yada. It will do X, Y, Z. It will unzip your pants and suck your... Listen, I get it. There's affordable options in 20. I'm not ignorant to that. I know that there's options. Me as a creator, I'm in a place where I've been doing this long enough. I've got enough of the gear to do the task, to get the job done, to get the work done. And I would like to keep a little bit of the creativity pure. I would like the challenge. I would like the convenience. I like the idea of taking a point and shoot that emulates this rustic old school look directly from the camera so I can put it directly to my social media for, you know, the viewers to see. I don't expect you to be sold by it. I don't want to sell you on it. I want to enjoy it for me. And I think that's what makes the Fujifilm x100v so special. And many of these other cameras that are trying to emulate the same idea, they're not for you, the viewer. They're not for the tech consumer. They're not for the average day person walking down the street. They are 100% for ourselves. And somehow I just randomly fucking got, like, people don't understand. This camera is so hard to get. I know people that are trying to get one new and have their names reserved at camera shops till 2025. That's how high of demand and behind this camera is. I mean, honestly, tech-wise, it's amazing. Like, very small, convenient to bring around. I brought it with me all weekend out in the mountains. I dialed in the recipes that I like. I take a handful of shots and I can instantly transfer them to my phone and share them to other people. I mean, yeah, I save a little time not having to bring them into Lightroom and adjust them and add presets and colors to them. But truth be told, sometimes I do that anyways. Sometimes I still bring the photo into Lightroom and maybe bring up the highlights a little bit more or crush the shadows. I don't know, whatever it may be. I guess I just love the Fujifilm x100v, the Ricoh GR3, this trend of these things, because they're actually pushing me to go out and create again. It kind of eliminates the excuse of, oh, I got this big bulky thing. Oh, I got to have these cameras sit around the studio because I already have them set up for XYZ. I just look forward to grabbing these things and taking shots and challenging myself again as a photographer, because that's not something that I get to do all the time anymore. But hey, as I said, that's just for me. Not trying to sell you on it, not a full review. Just thought I'd share my story and first thoughts. I think the camera fucks. I get the hype. It's pretty fucking badass. I've already recommended it to a couple homies that are kind of like in the same position and want that, you know, new push, that new oomph. I've seen Jayhawk enjoy it, Terry enjoy it, Maddie K. Got a couple of friends here in Charlotte that snagged some this year as business owners, not even like creative influencers, just people that, you know, they've already got their thing, they have their gear, they have their products, and they want to just start having a creative side to what they do. And I love seeing the inspiration behind clicking the fucking button, man. Gets me fucking going. It's what we started all this in the first place, man, to explore new avenues, to try new things. So anytime creative equipment influences that, I'm on that side. No matter how expensive or overhyped it may realistically be, I'm all about it. All right, like, comment, subscribe, turn on those notifications. That's all I got for you guys today. I'm out. Peace. Deuces.